This is DarthRavage07 coming at you today with another quick review. Today is of one of my first masterpiece Hasbro figures, mp36 Megatron, along with the nice stock here that I got from Toy Dojo. This was actually from TF Direct. This is actually the KO of mp36 because I bought the original one from like Chosen Prime when it came out, and I just didn't have the heart to transform it because of all the stuff that was going on with this figure. From this thing get snapped off like when you went to put the extended barrel on, and or just paint scratches. As this does have some scratching and marring, as I've transformed it 3 times already. Not transformed it not once without watching the good YouTuber Lazy Eyebrow review. For obvious reasons, this is a really sophisticated transformation, and this is the only gun I'll handle in the world, to be honest. I've just not been big on guns ever. I had one of my mom's boyfriends that was a gun fanatic when I was a freshman in high school. He let me go out and shoot a 30-06 without not properly, holding in the 30-06. And when I went to shoot it, it had quite a recoil that knocked me on the ground. Had a ringing in my ears for days. And as the most recent I ever shot a gun was at the age of 14, freshman year in high school, at my mom's house in Saluda, North Carolina, where she was living at the time. And the guy just thought it was the funniest thing to see me laying on the ground, holding my ears, blasted from the recoil of the gun. And in all hindsight, it probably was, but he was constantly not the safest person to be around, as he liked to drink and play with guns. So that was the last time I went over to my mom's house after that visit. Anyhow, going to do a quick 180. Showing you the ins and outs. There is some light features. As I got this set all the way forward, I do believe this is the blaster. Yeah, it's the blaster setting on the mp36-2 that I got from Toy Dojo, and it came with 2 Crim Zeeks, and one was blue, one's purple. And it had like a back, like when it's just in robot mode, he has some unsightly back kibble that a lot of folks, I don't mind it as much, but the kit that came with it, this whole kit was meant for the infinite transformation version. So you have to do some shaving and filing down if you want it to fit on the MP's knockoff or the original MP. I've had that MP and never had the heart to change it. I had it out to look at it and had it displayed with the rest of my other MPs at my old house. And anyway, you can see the hair coming around the side here. You can see how this works out and how this does. The other setting I wanted to demonstrate is the transformation sound. It's pretty good and stuff. Like, this is definitely the mp36-2 that has the 4 settings that you can slide it, and we'll do the robot phrases whenever I get this guy back in robot mode. But I really just wanted to say thank you to Lazy Eyebrow Review for making a instructional video on how to get this from robot to gun, and then he immediately goes from gun back to robot, so that if you are reviewing it, you can do all that stuff. It has a safety there and a hammer here that you can play around with in gun mode. My dad never did allow me to get the original Megatron because it looked like a real gun, and this, with all the panel lining, I dare not take this out in public and wave it around. It'd be just the stupidest thing anybody could do. But there's how the underside of that works, if anybody was curious. And yeah, just a lot of panel lining. I love the Decepticon symbols there on each side of that, and it has some neat bits in the transformation, but I just dare not ever transform this or the original without the Lazy Eyebrow Review's instructions at a couple button presses away. So with that being said, and I have demonstrated the laser and the pistol and all that, it fits well in hand. And anyway, I just never really been big on like I said, guns to begin with. This is it's modeled out of Walther P38. It's got a whole scope attachments and stasis. It's got the whole I guess brace anyway, if you watch the Lazy Brow reviewer, his review, he showed off how it's just from the man from Uncle, and this actual gun, the Walther P30, doesn't actually work or fire, is what he said in that video. And I thought that was a pretty neat tidbit. But anyway, with all the controversy, both versions, the KO and this one, did come with the orange tip there, which I removed both. It wasn't that hard to get rid of both of those, and I guess it's what they got to do to get it through customs to get it into America, to get it to you. But anyway, it's a good piece. If you're a Transformer fan and collector and you must have a Megatron, this is a pretty neat Megatron to have. Think that there's several third-party versions that folks have raved about over the time, and it'll probably be even more as we go forward, because this guy is severely complicated, and there's a warning also in Lazy Eyebrow reviewers review of this that you need to take and unloosen on that first transformation as you go into gun, from robot to gun, because it comes in robot mode. And if you do that, you're going to be fine. You're not going to break this thing. And of course, just watch his steps. And I watched actually each portion of steps a couple of different times, so I knew how each little thing lined up and how it would go. And so I'm going to take and pause this, get it into his robot mode, finish off with the phrases, and hopefully keep this under 10 minutes. And into his robot mode, may I say right off bat, this figure is not for the faint of heart. It has a supremely complex transformation, and being his alt mode what it is this guy is strictly an adult collectible. I cannot recommend this for any kid or any really adult that's faint of heart, as this transformation is complex. I can't hardly recommend it. I mean, it's a great figure. It's a wonderful masterpiece figure. This is what we've been longing for as collectors since we were kids. Like I said, my dad, as I was a kid, would not allow me to have Megatron. I want to go around the block here and let you see all of his, side details and whatnot. And this is a dual review of the mp36 2 thing cannon that I got from Toy Dojo. I got this piece. The Megatron itself is a knockoff, and I don't mind transforming it. I never transformed my original that I got from Chosen Prime, and I really cannot. I couldn't ever change that one. I know it's going to get nicked and it's going to get scraped when I go to transform it. It is a fun-filled transformation once you get it to either mode. Getting there is hardly the fun. And Lazy Eyebrow review has the best steps that I think. You don't follow those instructions if you can. Just follow the Lazy Eyebrows method, and pause him when he gets going a little bit too fast, because he will get going a little bit fast. He has an ab crunch that is awesome. He has all kinds of shoulder articulation there that he can do. The wrist and whatnot are awesome. The hands are differently articulated than, say, Optimus's, and it's just really neat. The other part, and I was going to demonstrate real quick, is the sound clips, and the very bottom is the pew pew bang bang. This is one set of sound clips. I like that one pretty good from the Transformers movie. It's probably my favorite Megatron quote to date. And that one's one of the rough ones on that one. Now I'm going to switch over to the last set of clips, and then we're going to close off this review. While this is not perfect, while it's not perfect English, they are all English quotes. For a masterpiece Megatron, you'd want to have your quotes in English. And I just love that laugh. And that's Megatron bashing Starscream is what you want in a sound clip. That one sounds pretty rough. That was often what he said many of episodes. Autobots always tend to manage to beat them into submission. And with that said, that goes to the whole loop of quotes that you get with the mp36 -2 mod fans add-on. Both pieces, I mean, if you get Megatron, you'll naturally want to get this piece, and I recommend the Cannon if you get the Megatron. If you don't get the Megatron, I don't blame you, because it is a sophisticated transformation. There's one bolt in the back, and as you transform it, hidden within, that you'll need to unloosen, and make sure not to snap the hips. When these hips will come down at one point, and it'll try to snap it. And a lot of folks have broken that. They've broken the stock, handling the extra pieces. Just be really careful when and if you do get this guy. And watch some other great YouTube videos like Lazy Eyebrow Review. MGO's got to just transform it. That is pretty good steps shown there. And definitely, support those guys that are selling this stuff. And like to give a shout out, thanks to Toy Dojo for the mod fans piece, and I like to thank Chosen Prime for my original one, and TF Direct for this guy that's in front of me. Thanks to my brother Mark, you're the greatest, and I hope that has helped you guys without not tying up too much of your time. There's a lot of voice clips in English on that thing, so that's the dual review for the mp36 mod fans add-on, and then the KO or the MP there of mp36. This is DarthRavage07 said thank you again for subscribing. Smash that like button if you like this video, subscribe if you can, and ring that bell to get that notifications, and don't forget to visit my vacations website and give me a call if that interests you. Have an excellent day. Hope this has been a helpful, informative, quick review.